Do you want your kid to get free tutoring or a place where your teen can hang out and not have to worry about them? Or even a new soup kitchen? They're my ideas for you. My idea was an arcade filled with Xboxes that's also a tutoring center that's free and a soup kitchen. Fort Wayne needs a place where teens can hang out, another soup kitchen, and a free tutoring center because there aren't many places in Fort Wayne where there are those. And the arcade would be very popular, and I know this because I did a survey at my school, and out of 32 responses, 26 people said they would go to the arcade, and the soup kitchen would get a lot of volunteers because, again, out of the 32 responses, 29 people said they would volunteer. And parents would send their kids to the tutoring center if their kids really need it. This business would be so popular that you might even have to open another one somewhere else in the city. This business is really important because it will not only give teens help, but it will also allow teens to give back to the community. There are a lot of reasons Fort Wayne needs this business. There are no other cities that have ever done anything like this, so Fort Wayne would become the first, and that's always a good thing. Money would come from donations, optional memberships, and other places. I know that there'd be people going and doing the memberships because going back to the survey, out of the 32 responses, 21 people said they would pay to be a member, and there'd be a yearly fee of anywhere between $5 to $15. And it would help the unemployment rate because there'd be some new jobs, and right now the unemployment rate is 8.3%. That's 12.8 million people who don't have jobs, and it would also help to feed the people who can't afford to feed themselves. This will also help keep some teens out of trouble, and it will do that by just letting them hang out with their friends in a place where they can't really do too much harm. The outside of the building would be decided by the majority vote. The walls on the inside of the building would be covered in racks of Xbox games, and there would be a check-in counter in the front, and behind that the wall would be covered in small niches. In those niches there would be some flash drives with people's names on them, and if you're a member, you get your name on one of those and you get a card. And you give the person the card, and they'll give you your flash drive so you can save your achievements from the Xbox. The soup kitchen portion of the business would help St. Mary's Soup Kitchen out with feeding the hungry and the poor. If this idea is chosen, then St. Mary's won't have to work so hard to feed at so many people. The tutoring center would be a separate room from the soup kitchen and the arcade. It would be filled with tables and computers and lots of people that need help. This business allows teens to give something to the community and receive something from the community while they're doing something they enjoy. This city really needs this because it will help everyone out. Teens would get a place to hang out and a place where they can get free tutoring, and the people who can't afford to feed themselves would get a soup kitchen that helps feed them. This business would be really popular with everyone. There would be plenty of volunteers for the soup kitchen, and plenty of teens would go to the arcade, so you'd get lots of money because there'd be a whole bunch of teens who'd want to save their achievements. And it would be so popular that you might even have to open up a second one somewhere else in the city. And teens deserve a place where they can hang out with friends and get tutoring if they really need it. And the soup kitchen would really help the people who can't afford to feed themselves. Do you really want St. Mary's to have to work so hard to help feed the hungry when you could help the hungry out more by building a second soup kitchen? I didn't think so.